Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Death Note episode 33 called Scorn. Last episode threw another twist at us that we were, of course, as always, not expecting. The girlfriend.
Okay, so this is my question. I've been thinking about this. Do you think that this was Light's, like, a true attempt at being honest and open with somebody, or do you think telling her has an ulterior motive?
I mean, I think you know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say, but
I don't think he feels the need to be honest with anybody. I think he for sure has an ulterior motive. He knows that the second Kira was in communication with her.
Right.
And I think he definitely wants to use her to get rid of him because he doesn't like what he's doing.
This was the first person I think we've been given insight that Light actually likes or cares about or chose on his own. And
I'm curious if it's like he cares about her or it's one of the few people that he sees as close to being his equal.
But maybe that's what caring means to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody prioritizes different things. So, I mean, I'm sure he's going to use her in some way. Obviously, she's going to be the face of the news and whatever, but he had no reason to tell her he was Kira. He was there on pretense of working with the police.
To let her know that the other guy she's talking to is a fraud, maybe.
Yeah, fair. But he could have done that in other ways, I think. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. And I also kind of think it might be his undoing.
We can only hope. Misa is free of the Death Note memories.
Yeah.
And we got the backstory of the new Kira, who his sense of justice runs probably deeper than Light's.
Yeah.
Which we didn't think it was possible.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, I'm curious if Teru, I think that's his name, thinks that Light, if he finds out who he is an impediment. Like, maybe he's got a couple people who might want to do him harm in his inner circle. Like, if Misa finds out he's quote-unquote cheating on her, if Teru finds out doesn't have the same level of justice as he does.
But it's just so messed up because he's like told the whole police station, like, yeah, this Kiyomi or this new girl, maybe Kiyomi's the other guy. Anyway, the new girl is my girlfriend now. And it's just like, wait, what about Misa?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm expecting the unexpected because that has happened every episode that we've watched recently. Yeah. So we'll see.
We don't know what's coming, which that is something great.
I love it.
Yes. But episode 33 of Death Note is coming right now.
All the pieces are揃っている。ここまで来れば、私も日本か。レスター指揮官。
はい。
一度ニューヨークに戻ってきてもらえますか。
一度。
私も日本へ行きます。
その間私が。
Taking matters into his own hands, baby.
いえ。
では、なぜ私がニューヨークへ。
私は一人で飛行機に乗る手続き等をしたことがありません。一度戻ってもらい、一緒に日本へ。
わかった。
Oh, he's getting into the fray.
思った通り、吉田プロも NHL も飛びついてきましたね。ミサミサを復帰させる大作戦。
今の NHL に入り込むのは至難の技だが、これなら怪しまれることもない。
ええ、マネージャーとして茂木さんも入れます。やはり NHL に出入りできるものは欲しい。もちろん僕も高田アナから探りますが。
ニアです。エル。
エルです。要件は何ですか。
私はキラを捕まえるべく今日本にいます。
日本になぜわざわざそれを言う必要がある。
エル、高田アナと接触してキラの捜査をしていますね。
はい、私自ら探りを入れています。
ですよね。 今キラを追う捜査をするなら NHN 高田清美から探っていくのが定石。
And Misa's going to NHN.
高田アナに SPK メンバーがキラ逮捕のために日本に入ったという情報を伝えてください。
何のために？
キラをおびき寄せるためです。そしてこう付け加えていただきたい。 SPK のメンバーは指揮を取る私を入れてたったの4人。キラが逃げるはずもない。必ず我々を殺す。
Is he playing him to see what he'll do?
He's playing him.
返り討ちにしてみせます。
返り討ちだと。
Ooh,
い
teach
いだろ
money.
うニア。その挑戦受けてやる。
私は日本にいます。
私も日本にいます。
ならば近いうちに顔を合わせることになるかもしれませんね。
そうですね。
その時はよろしくお願いします。
はい、
その時キラとの決着を。
必ず。考えてみればあの時からこれはエルと1対1の戦い。ただエルはエルの息のかかったものになり変わっただけ。いいだろうニア。お前が出てくるのなら僕も出ていこう。そして相対した時、どちらがそれに寄り備え、どちらがより上を行くか。その時この戦いが終わり、僕が頂点として立つ始まりとなる。
I'm not sure I understand. Nier has a pretty good suspicion that L is Light is Kira.
Yeah,
Is he just trying to rattle him?
maybe.
Oh.
He's like playing as he's like showing his hand so that Light will like.
He's already predicted how he will respond, and he's looking.
Well, and Light is responding that way. He's like, oh, I'm gonna crush you.
I like this move by Nier. Other than the fact that he can't travel on his own, but
And he had like toys.
well, he's pretty
Like
young.
how
I think.
young is he?
Yeah, like early teens, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
エルはヤガミライト、
Lego.
そしてキラ。仮にエルキラとしましょう。そしてもう一人、ノートを所有し実際に使ってい
See, he
る
does
X
know.
キラ。X キラはその裁きから見て確実に死神の目を持っています。そしてエルキラと X キラは高田を介
He
し
is
意思の
such
疎通
a
を図っています。
genius.
Yeah.
で、キラに勝つ方法ですが、大まかに2つあると思います。まず1つ目は、L キラ、X キラを殺してしまい、ノートを没収する。が、このやり方は絶対にやりません。
なぜだ。
私たちのやり方ではないからです。
He's not a
私た
killer.
ち。
そうです。人を殺しておいて裁きが止まったからという自己承諾的なやり方は私やエルのやり方ではない。エルが浮かばれません。エルが次のものに託した意味がない。
I like that he has integrity.
Yeah.
高田さん、毎日すごい量のファンレターが来るってことまでニュースになってたね。
そうね。平均して日に200通くらいとか聞いたわ。
200通なんか焼けるな。
やだ。
音だけで絵がないってのは寂しいっすね。
ファンレターといえど多少は目を通すべきだと思うよ。
そうね。
ここからのメモは気を落ち着け、動揺がこの会話を聞いている者に伝わらぬよう読んでくれ。 SPK が動き始めた今、君の安全のためにもこれからはメッセージを受け取るだけでなく、キラに要望を伝える立場になった方がいいと思うんだ。
お、ライト君が切り出した。
そもそも君は代弁者だけで終わるべき人じゃない。君の方からキラに呼びかけてみないか。
Here's this essay I just wrote.
T には別の仕事ができた。完全なキラ世界を作るために。キラとしての裁きを君にしてもらいたい。大丈夫だよ。 君ならきっとうまくやれる。それができれば SPK に聞かれたくない情報をキラだけに伝えることもできると思うんだ。
分かった。
How does he have this lure over women?
So currently, if I understand this correctly, she only receives information from Kira. She doesn't know how to contact him directly, which is what Light is trying to get her to do, under the guise of being able to follow that communication to get to Kira.
Okay, I thought that he wants her to kill people as Kira, and he's going to use the notebook that Misa had and give it to her.
That is the subtext underneath. I was talking about just the conversation that they were listening to.
Got it.
Am I following that correctly?
So you're talking from the police officer's perspective?
Yes, from the audio conversation that they were listening to.
Got
that
it.
is the context.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, from what I understand, they know that she receives information from Kira.
Correct.
And Light is encouraging her to start making demands of her own of Kira.
Yeah, because they want to use her connecting with Kira to potentially find him. That's the quote-unquote
Okay, I
plan.
thought you were talking about...
No, but then the letters, he wants her...
Yes.
But he said to go to Teru, or he wants her to do it.
He let Misa go from the Death Note.
Right.
And I think because he knows that Nier is putting the pieces together, he's trying to find another way to create a diversion or confusion. Which is why I think he wants to bring her into it, because she's not really on their radar as being a killer.
How many Death Notes are out there now? There's only 2, if I remember it correctly, right?
I think there's 3.
Is there
Because
3?
when I asked this a few episodes ago, people were saying there was 4, and then the mummy-wrapped guy...
Shindo.
No, that's from Run with the Wind. It did start with an S. Yeah, Saitō.
Sorry.
Saitō took his back. So I think there's 3 floating
Okay,
around.
because I can't see Light giving up his Death Note, because that's his, ultimate protection.
Okay, because I did ask this question recently, and people were saying 4. So now that Saitō's gone, I'm assuming that means 3, but maybe I'm completely out to lunch.
Okay. This guy.
削除。高田清美。
Is that a voice modifier taped to the phone?
はい。
メッセージを読み上げます。あなたからと分かるようにした私宛てのファンレターを送ってください。中身は白紙のノート5枚。
私が受け取るまでは今まで通りの裁きをしてください。
お前が受け取った後は。
あなたは本物を使わず、偽
I think he
物を
likes it too
使って
much.
裁きを。
偽物？
はい。極限まで似せた偽物を作り、その偽物で裁きのふりをする。
確かに受けたまわった。
He's just gonna listen?
神、何を？
Yeah, he believes he is doing God's work.
考える必要はない。神は絶対。
This is how...
神のメス守る。
Never mind. Oh.
Interesting.
Nanda, この番組は。
キラー王国の後番ですよ。
相変わらず節操がないな。
今日の高田様は厳重な審査を通った4名の女性ボディーガードを紹介します。第22回空手道選手権
The top right one.
大山辰巳、元 CIA 捜査官春リドナ。
この中に SPK メンバーがいるなら。
Remember Mello brought her, like,
いやもう高田から探ろうという。
kidnapped her and took because she works for Nier.
もし自分が X キラーを選ぶとしたら誰を選ぶだろうか。
That's a tough question.
キラの存在、キラの教えを正しいものとしてしっかりと子供たちに教えていくこと。高田が選ばれたのは高田がキラ崇拝者だったから。X キラは
高田がキラ崇拝者だと知っていた者、高田の身近親密な関係にあった者。
キラはどんな小さな犯罪も許しません。今後裁かれる対象は今生きるすべての人間とします。
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's even the smallest crime.
He looks like Kiyomi from Demon Slayer.
ぜひまたキラの声を考えを聞きたいと思っています。キラの教え指示通りにしていくことが世界平和への一番の近道と考えます。これからの若者は持てる力を余すことなく生かし社会貢献することが何よりも寛容かと思います。もしキラの指示言葉がなければこれがキラの考えではないかと自分で考え判断し行動していくことが必要と考えています。
You just put it together.
攻め側の放送を止める三上大臣の宝田の身を口々一応すべての筋は通る。
Dude, whoa.
Just his ability to process that much information and then put the pieces
How
together.
did he do it that fast?
How'd you do that? Practice.
He's been thinking about this nonstop for a
Yeah,
long time.
and if you look at all of the CDs that were, or DVDs that were piled around him, like he's watched hours and hours of footage of different people talking about different things.
His deduction, wow.
It's like he's got a database in his head. I'm curious if he's gonna trust this hunch and now what his next move
Is he gonna
be.
reveal it to Light, or is he gonna sit on this and just like observe and see what happens? Because he's been telling Light a lot of stuff to try to gauge his reaction.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to make him uncomfortable. I wouldn't be surprised if he just laid out the whole thing and then followed him to watch what he does.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
なんでミサが鳥じゃないのよ。今年の東西歌謡祭の目玉はミサだって言ってたじゃん。
いや、目玉は目玉で、しかし鳥となると大御所というのが。
ですから十分に注意して。
高田清美。バカよね。ライトの操作のために利用されてるだけとも知らず。
ダメです。そんなこと言ったら殺されますよ。
分かってるわよ。だから小さい声で言ってんじゃん。うわあ、鼻で笑った。ミサやっぱり蹴り入れてくれ。
うわ、ダメ。
何をする気ですか。
何をってお姉さんこそ。
Oh, dang.
リドナ、その人は私の大切な友人です。手荒なことはしないでください。はい、高田様。失礼しました。
ミサミサ、大丈夫ですか。なんか
すごい悔しい。
エル。
I told you she's gonna go off on
She's gonna
someone.
kill her by herself.
私と彼がこれで会話するのはありですか。
いや、相沢だ。なんだ。
エルと高田アナが会うときはカメラや盗聴器をつけ、その一部始終を記録していますか。
いや、今は盗聴器だけだ。
わかりました。今は盗聴器だけですね。ありがとうございました。
盗聴器だけなら
Just a subtle
エ
little.
ルキラと X キ
I
ラ
know
は
what's
高田
up.
を通し連絡を取れていると考えていい。こうなるとリド
Oh
ナー
my
がますま
gosh,
す危険だ。
yes.
それは承知の上、大切なのはエル側の注意をリドナーや高田に向けさせておくことです。
My
その
heart is
間
been
に
racing
三
this
上
whole
を洗うの
episode.
です。
どうだジェバニー。
三上ですが、尾行は何か不気味なくらい簡単に。身を隠すでもなく4年前から同じ部屋に、そして普通に生活しています。検事の仕事も意欲的にこなしています。私にはどうも X キラとは。
いえ、三上が X キラの可能性は高い。十分に注意し。まだ部屋に入るとはせず。
Do you think he will kill somebody if he feels like they are endangering his ability to do God's work? So
You mean Teru?
yes. So I originally thought that his sense of right and wrong wouldn't allow him to do that. But listening to him talk about Kira as a god makes me wonder if he would slide down that path of, well, I'm doing God's work, I can't let anyone stop me. Like, this is okay. Kind of like Light
wars
did.
are started, ladies and gentlemen. Like, ideologies like this.
I was just curious now that he's being tailed.
But Kiyomi told him not, like, to create the fake notebook and to write in that, you know what I mean? So I feel like because God told him that and God's messenger told him to do that, I feel like he will listen. Or what do you think? You think he's gonna just secretly write in these pages?
Everybody's got some sort of self-preservation mechanism. I'm curious.
Or maybe the whole thing is like, write in this fake notebook. They're gonna break into your room and steal it, thinking that they have the real one, and then it won't work, and then they'll be so confused.
Maybe.
まったく何回打ち合わせすんのよ NHN って。それに言動には十分注意してくださいって私だけは何回も。何なのよ。
はい。では本人に聞いて。ミサミさ、高田アナが女同士で一緒に食事しないかと言ってるそうだ。
え？清美め、何よ。いいじゃん。歌謡祭の司会とメイン、一度は食事くらいしとかないとね。OK して。
もしもし。
高田様、ぜひとのことです。まあ楽しみだこと。リドナー、どこか失礼のない個室を。それとあなたも同席してください。はい。
Oh boy.
She's gonna just kill both of them and then watch, because she knows that Lindner works for Nier. And
just a nice little Christmas death.
I was like, Christmas, it means that it's gonna be a perfect Christmas present for all this to end.
どうしてもニュース9が終わった後でないと。
いえいえ、ミサ結構夜型だし。
Wow.
で、何？
何と言われても困りますが、彼忙しそうだけどちゃんと会えてます？
こいつ自分は会っててミサは会えてないのを分かってて、なんてやつ。会えてるっていうか、彼ってああ見えて結構甘えん坊だから、毎晩帰ってくるとベタベタで大変。
そう、うまくやっているのね。よかった。
あ、それと司会者さんに前もって言っとくけど、ミサ歌謡祭で彼との婚約発表するから。
それは彼も承知で？
当たり前じゃん。婚約なんだから一人じゃできないじゃん。約束したのはもう1ヶ月以上前だし、歌謡祭で発表すれば盛り上がっていいでしょ、司会者さん。
Insecurity is the worst. Like,
but I kind of love this from Misa.
Well, why? Okay, why?
She has been left out in the dark, and
she doesn't know that.
No, but kind of pushed off to the side. She can't remember the Death Note, but she is gonna go for and fight for whatever she wants, and she is not gonna go down quietly. I always thought she had this in her, and thought something like this was gonna happen.
I thought she was just gonna straight up kill her.
Well, yeah, I think it might get to that point, but I kind of just like that she's gonna mess like everything and just go, this is what we're doing.
Do you think she's actually gonna fall for it though, Kiyomi?
I think emotion does funny things to people.
I don't know, this is just such a typical, like, insecurity-driven interaction, particularly between women, where they're trying to make them feel inferior, and
it's just how girls fight sometimes. There's a lot unsaid.
Gross to me, but I do understand what you're saying about Misa.
Like, guys do this too. It's different.
Okay.
But it's...
I wouldn't know because I'm...
Yeah, they are definitely acting out of insecurity, and Light is gonna be thinking, why can't you guys just go along with the plan? Like, I don't think he understands the dynamic that he's creating. I don't think he's thinking about that.
100% not. He is not on this wavelength at all. He is smart and he is manipulative and he always has a plan, but I don't think he truly understands like relationships.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this unravels.
This could get messy though.
できるといいわね。
できるとって何よ。司会者権限でさせない気？
I'm gonna kill you right now with this death note paper I have.
キラに私を殺させるんじゃ。
まさか。キラが裁くものはキラが決めます。私は関係ありませんし、私はあなたを友人と思っているのに、寂しいことを言わないで。それにどんなひどい人であろうと、私は殺意など抱きません。
まあいいや。ミサもキラが好きだったけど、どうせもうすぐライトが捕まえる。
She's like, let's just skip the glass now.
捕まればただじゃ済まないわよ。きっとあなたも死刑。
高田様、大丈夫ですか？
いいかい、清美。僕がキラなんだ。君も僕と共に新世界の女神になるんだ。
あまねさん。
はい。
不愉快です。
こちらこそ。
あまねさんとお食事するには、あまねさんがもう少し大人になってマナーをわきまえてからの方が良かったよね。
あら、私の方が年上よ、清美ちゃん。それにこれくらいで席を立っちゃう方がよっぽど子供じゃなくって。
Oh boy. So she got out of that dinner what she wanted to.
Knowing
Misa,
that she has no idea anything about Kira.
大丈夫でしたか？
当たり前じゃん。勝ったわよ。
勝った？
楽勝。
Oh boy.
今晩の高田と天音の件ですが、会話の内容は彼、つまり八神ライトがどっちの恋人かで揉めているとしか。
いや、このことから言えるのは、八神ライトはモテる。高田天音は八神ライトの虜。
いや、真面目に考えてくれ。
真面目に虜というのは厄介です。そう簡単には裏切らない。いや、意のままに動かせる。
やめてください。
なんだ姉ちゃん。
He's not gonna be able to help himself.
誘ってんだろ。
携帯。
三上がノートを取り出しました。
He took a picture so that Kira could see his face, and he's writing down his name so that Kira can kill him himself. Wait, I didn't expect that. I for sure thought he was taking a picture so that he could send it to Light or get it to Light eventually. And then he used his eyes to write down his name because he's not supposed to kill people anymore, right?
I think Teru has gone a little rogue.
But then why take the picture? Or do you think he sent it to Kira so fast that it was just like dead?
Maybe.
You think he wrote it himself?
I think he wrote it
kept
himself.
the pages.
Well, because he still has the real notebook. He only sent her 5 pages. So she said start writing in another notebook. So he has... Think about it from his perspective. You are not supposed to be killing people, but your sense of bullying and right and wrong in those situations is so strong. You have the power to do something about it, I think it would be very hard for him not to do it, especially when he's right there seeing it in person, and now he's just tipped his hand.
But he has to be smart enough to know he's been trailed.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
But think about, like, if he doesn't believe he's not doing anything wrong, he's not paying attention, he doesn't care. Like, he's not suspicious, he's just, I'm doing God's work, this is what's gonna happen.
But to go against the will of God, you think his sense of justice is stronger than that?
I do.
This wasn't like a throw me for a loop type of episode, but like, it's like, wait, how did that happen?
Well, yeah, but it moved things along. Like, Misa and Kiyomi, what's her last name? Takada. Like, that is gonna cause issues. If Teru is actually, like, following along but still kind of doing his own thing, Light doesn't have as much control of the situation as he thinks he does.
But he always ends up having all the control he needs. Like, it always seems like that, but he's generally fine.
Yeah, but generally he's been fine because he's been willing to wipe the slate clean. I don't know if he's willing to do that here. Oh, I don't.
This wasn't like a leave me with a big surprise, like shock me episode, but it definitely is making me be like, wait, how did he do that?
Yeah. And I think it sets us up, like, we're getting close to the finale now, so it sets up to see exactly how this is gonna wrap up. So I'm excited.
We are confused. I'm frustrated, as always. I just want Nier to keep doing his work, you know? So please hit us up in the comments below with your thoughts. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Death Note coming next week. Bye.